A whopping 47% of the world's population do not have internet access. Especially now, during a pandemic, people need internet access more than ever. So why does this problem persist despite so many national and global initiatives? One of the big reasons is a scarcity of infrastructure. What are the infrastructures we need? We need telecom towers and internet cables, which are very costly to build, which makes giving internet access to the remaining 47% of the population unprofitable for privately owned telecom companies. So how should we solve this in a cost-effective manner? I propose my new product known as the SolarNet window. So what exactly is this? As the name suggests, this window has built-in solar cells, and most importantly, it provides internet access using Li-Fi technology. The term Li-Fi was coined by Professor Harold Hess as wireless data from every light. The first big question is, how can we even receive internet signals without telecom towers and internet cables at the first place? There is a favorable statistic. 89% of the world's homes have TVs, so we would make use of that. The satellite dish will receive signals from satellites. Then there are embedded OLED light bulbs that vary in brightness by blinking thousands of times in a minute as the binary values of the internet signals alter, giving the window the ability to provide internet connection. You must be wondering, how does the brightness of the light even change? This is the basic circuit diagram that can give an overall view of how the product works. If you notice the zigzag symbol at the left, you see it? It is known as a variable resistor. The binary values in the internet signals from the satellite receivers keeps changing between 1 and 0. So at the same time, the resistance and therefore voltage also changes at the same time. The higher the voltage, the brighter the bulbs. Therefore, devices can receive signals in the form of visible light that's constantly changing in brightness. And for you, as investors and customers, the most important plus point is the cost. This is an estimate of the cost of installing Li-Fi technology in a whole office building by an MBA student in Western Sydney University. What will be different now is the same cost can provide internet access to more than twice the number of people in than normal Li-Fi technology. Windows allow people outside the building or home to access the internet, and the savings will be passed on to you as customers and investors, and making internet access available to the remaining 47% of the population can finally be profitable. Now, I'm asking you as investors to invest $500,000 in this project so I can get the help of electrical engineers and mobile communication specialists to start trial runs for this new technology in a small scale and hopefully in a bigger scale later. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ian Yu. Judges, your 5 minutes of Q&A starts now.
Hi, Ian, Mike here. How are you? Thank you for your presentation. I think it was really good.
Thank you.
Elon Musk just became the richest man on the planet, richest person on the planet, 192 billion, just topping Jeff Bezos. I've got a feeling with this type of thinking, you may not be far behind in the next 15 years or so than these guys. So this is really deep thinking. I'm interested in what sparked the idea for you. And you seem to be a really highly intelligent person. So why this instead of all the other options you could have done?
As I mentioned earlier, the main problem why 47% of people do not have internet access, because it's not because they can't pay, they can't even have access to internet at all because they do not have the necessary infrastructures. And if you notice, 47% of the population, as I mentioned, often lived in rural areas. They often live in rural areas, and in rural areas, it is very rare for governments to build these necessary infrastructures, such as telecom towers and internet cables that are needed to provide internet in the normal form of Wi-Fi. So that is a very big problem. So my solution as a window itself that can provide internet access is by using visible light. It is self-sustainable, self-reliant, and it doesn't have to rely on different infrastructures that the government has to provide. So this is making providing internet access to the 47% of the population. Not only is it the right thing to do, not only is it corporate social responsibility, it is also profitable, most importantly, for telecommunication companies, because the reason they are unable to even provide internet access, or they don't feel motivated to even do so, because it is simply not cost effective, because you're just providing internet for a small group of people in a rural area, and it simply cannot work. So I believe this self-reliant product can work well in areas, and 47% of the population is a very big market. The world has 7 billion people, almost 8 billion people, and it's almost 4 billion people that would be interested in this product.
Okay, thanks, Ian.
Hi, Ian. Walter here. Yeah, just to check with you. So when you mentioned Wi-Fi, right? What kind of level of Wi-Fi will these people be receiving from your technology? Because you know we've advanced all the way to 5G. What kind of speeds are you looking at?
Wi-Fi is 100 times faster than normal Wi-Fi. In fact, it can transmit data as fast as 1 GB per second. So you might actually think that while receiving signals from satellites, the signals from satellites might be very slow, and it might provide internet very slow internet speeds. But with Wi-Fi, this can speed up the internet speed to as high as 1 GB per second. So this is even faster than Wi-Fi. In fact, even faster, I would say, than 5G. So this will be a very good alternative option to look into. And there are already some companies such as Oppo that are already looking into making devices that can handle Wi-Fi, and this, I think, will have a very good future.
Okay, that's good. Sorry, just very quickly as well. So you have to also consider in rural areas they do not carry very high-tech phones. So this one you have to try to balance between technology and the actual user's mode of using that technology. Yeah.
My answer to that is actually, for my plan is to work with companies that have been focusing on implementing Wi-Fi, and actually there's this company called Signify, and I'm interested to work with them because they are also focusing on implementing Wi-Fi in Malaysia itself. They are it is a Dutch company, and it has a very strong presence in the Malaysian market. And I believe that with their help, this would make Wi-Fi even more accessible to rural areas. And so they will be a very good partner because we have a common goal, which is to implement Wi-Fi, but how do we make it commercially viable? So I think my solution can make it commercially viable, and it'll be a very good partnership, a very productive partnership.
Okay, thanks, Ian.